Hello and welcome to ClearPath Treatment Services. My name is Dr. Nick Krabser, and I serve as the Chief Clinical Officer here at ClearPath. On behalf of every member of our organization, I want to personally welcome you and thank you for choosing to join our team. Whether you're working as a residential aide, counselor, nurse, physician, administrator, cook, housekeeper, maintenance technician, or in any other role, you become part of something much larger than a job. You become part of a mission. Over the next several minutes, I'd like to share with you what that mission means, why ClearPath exists, and what it means to become part of this organization. Because before we talk about policies, before we talk about procedures, before we talk about documentation, I think it's important that you understand why we come to work every day. Every organization has rules. Every organization has policies. Every organization has expectations. But not every organization has a purpose that inspires the people who work there. Our hope is that by the end of this training, you'll understand not only what we do, but why we do it. Because when people understand the why, the how becomes much easier. People often ask why organizations like ClearPath exist. The answer is actually very simple, because addiction changes everything. Substance use disorders affect individuals, families, children, communities, employers, schools, healthcare systems, and nearly every aspect of society. Behind every diagnosis is a human being, someone's son, someone's daughter, someone's parent, someone's spouse, someone's best friend, someone who never dreamed addiction would become part of their story. Many of the people who walk through our doors have experienced tremendous pain, trauma, loss, homelessness, mental illness, isolation, shame. Some have been told they'll never recover. Some have been through treatment multiple times. Some have lost hope entirely. Our responsibility isn't simply to provide services. Our responsibility is to help restore hope. One of the things you'll discover quickly about ClearPath is that we believe recovery is about much more than abstinence. If our only goal was helping someone stop using substances, we'd be setting the bar far too low. Recovery is about rebuilding a life. It's about restoring relationships. It's about rediscovering purpose. It's about finding meaning. It's about becoming healthy physically, emotionally, psychologically, socially, spiritually, and vocationally. Recovery isn't measured simply by the absence of drugs or alcohol. Recovery is measured by the presence of hope, purpose, connection, and a meaningful life. That's exactly why our organization is called ClearPath Treatment Services. And it's why our guiding phrase is clear path to a life worth living. Those words aren't simply part of our logo. They represent our promise to every individual who trusts us with their care. Our mission is simple: to provide exceptional, evidence-based residential treatment that empowers individuals to build sustainable recovery and meaningful lives. Notice something important about that statement. Our mission isn't simply to provide treatment. Treatment is only the vehicle. Recovery is the destination. A meaningful life is the goal. Everything we do should ultimately move clients towards greater independence, greater health, stronger relationships, and lasting recovery. If something doesn't move clients towards those outcomes, we should ask ourselves why we're doing it. That philosophy guides every clinical decision that we make. One of the things I hope you'll notice quickly is that this organization believes deeply in teamwork. No single person changes lives. No counselor, no physician, no supervisor, no executive. Recovery happens because teams work together. Residential aides notice subtle behavioral changes. Counselors build therapeutic relationships. Medical providers address physical health. Case managers and mentors coordinate resources. Support staff create safe and welcoming environments. Leadership removes barriers so employees can do their best work. Everyone contributes. Every role matters. No exceptions. One of my favorite reminders is this: people may never remember every word you say, but they'll almost always remember how you made them feel. That applies equally to our clients, their families, our coworkers, and our community partners. You were hired because we believe you have the ability to make a positive difference in people's lives. Notice I didn't say change lives. That's intentional. Changing lives is ultimately up to our clients. But creating an environment where change becomes possible, that's our responsibility. Sometimes that looks like leading a therapy group. Sometimes it means helping someone process grief. Sometimes it means preparing a meal for someone with dignity and care. Sometimes it means sitting quietly beside someone having the worst day of their life. Sometimes it's simply remembering someone's name. Never underestimate small moments. Recovery is often built one conversation at a time, one relationship at a time, one act of kindness at a time. We also recognize something else. The work you're about to do is incredibly meaningful, but it's also challenging. You'll celebrate incredible victories. You'll watch people reunite with families. You'll see people regain custody of children. You'll witness lives transformed, but you'll also experience disappointment. Some clients will struggle. Some will relapse. Some will leave treatment before they're ready. That's just the reality of behavioral health care. Our responsibility isn't to guarantee outcomes. Our responsibility is to provide the highest quality care possible every single day, regardless of the outcome. Success isn't determined solely by whether someone completes treatment. Success is determined by whether we consistently provide compassionate, ethical, evidence-based care. If we do that, we can be proud of the work that we've done. That brings us to something that is fundamental to who we are as an organization: clinical excellence. At ClearPath, our philosophy isn't based on opinions. It's not based on trends. It's not based on the way we've always done things. Our philosophy is grounded in research, evidence-based practices, clinical expertise, ethical decision-making, and continual learning. We recognize that behavioral health care is constantly evolving. New research emerges. New interventions are developed. Our responsibility is to remain students throughout our career. The moment we believe we know everything is the moment we stop growing. And organizations that stop growing eventually stop serving people well. We never want that to happen here. As you begin your journey with us, I want you to remember one simple idea. Every interaction matters. Every conversation matters. Every decision matters. Because somewhere in this building, someone is taking the first steps towards rebuilding a life they thought they had lost forever. And you now have the incredible privilege of being part of that journey. Thank you for choosing to be here. Welcome to ClearPath Treatment Services. We're honored you've joined our team.